What up, what up? Bankroll 10 bedded up. All right, y'all. I've been trying to clean up in here, do some more insulation with the foam spray. I had ordered 12 more cans. So I was able to get the rest of that front corner off that corner, tried to get into the areas the best I could in that hole over there. It was a mother effort trying to get it to spray right, and then I didn't change the tips a couple times and the tip whatever, but I was able to spray the whole top all the way around. Back here you could see a couple spots at the top. This corner was bad, that the wind kept blowing in real heavy, like there, it was blowing in, and it was blowing the foam away as it was still wet. But I got all in there, got all behind here, light coat, whatever, got this whole top. All the ribs in the metal right there were open up there, and you could see daylight, so my heat was just going straight out. Those 12 cans were basically $200. The first kit was $200 and something. Yeah, it looks like shit, but as long as it's covered a little bit, I'll be able to go over this some more. I'm gonna move the wood burner over and get the wood burner over here more. Well, probably a full distance of what it is. Boom. I got these pieces of steel right here boxing off this corner, and that'll radiate the heat when this is going. But I'm planning on, I'm probably really not gonna have to use this as much, depending on how cold the day is. Right now, it's saying it's 50 something outside, 52 I think. I'm reading 60 in here. The sun is beating on the building, so that probably helped. That's only ran, the heaters only ran a couple times. What I got it set at 62 is what I got it set at, and it's saying it's like 66 in here. On that, it's saying 66. This is saying 60, so normally it's like a 4 degrees difference, so let's just say it's 62 degrees in here. So it's well workable in here, and I'm always wearing shorts. So I've been cleaning. I got some more cleaning to do over here. I cut a notch in that table just to slide that table to the wall more. I don't give a shit about that table, but it's just to set stuff on when I take the cars apart. Set stuff over there, put stuff back on, whatever the hell, blah, blah. Got some calipers right there, some good B bodies and some good G bodies. I think I got some more in the shed. Now I'm still cleaning up this area, got oil, blah, blah. But this table, get my signs down. So hopefully here in the next week or so, I can order some more cans. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That area. So if I was to order 12 more cans, get that next section sprayed, obviously heat rises, so I'll be able to keep the heat in here longer. And like I was saying, the thicker the better. So yeah, it looks like crap, but the thicker the better. This is a 2x6 wall, so even if I was to frame it with some 2x4s, none of that's gonna be in the way. So then I could put plywood, let's say 1/2 inch, 3/8 particle board or whatever, over, you know, so you could split the difference between that. I don't know about this corner. Oh yeah, there's a face on that corner. So a couple, you know, 2x4s up and down, and shit, filled some more with more foam. That's better than that in fiberglass insulation. But anyways, made a big change over here. I cut that bench down because, like I said, I don't need that bench to be that. I don't care that it's not perfectly cut. Blah blah. Move that leg. That's the piece. I'll use that for something. I got this fan set up out of the house garage. What do you call it? A damn ventilation fan. So when I take and move this, I'll put that fan setup in there because I already have a hole right there. That way I'd be able to turn, it's got the flaps. Wherever the hell the other piece is. It's got the flap section in there. I can put it to the building, seal it to the building. Flaps are closed. They got some tension to them. When you turn it on, no force. So that way I can blow out paint fumes, grinding dust, shit like that. But yeah, I mean, I cleaned it up a lot, moved the bench over there, secured it to the wall back there and over there just so it doesn't move too much. But I'm still gonna I'll probably put some anchors on the ends of it, weld some tabs, put some anchors squared up. It works fine for throwing a rear end up on there, cutting the ends off, all that, boom. So like I said, I could set one of those pieces of metal up on top, screw it to it, whatever, be able to build the rear ends on there. A lot of the stuff I do with very little having to spend on tooling. You know, everybody goes out and buys the welding table that has all the holes in it and everything, and then you can set and mock up this and that, blah, blah. I need to throw the rear end up on there, cut the damn brackets off, square it up to put boxes, drop boxes on it, but works fine for that. Toolbox is leveled off over there because the drawers kept opening. Those are open because I have them open right now. Everything got cleaned out from underneath there. I got some rotors underneath there, but that's all insulated underneath there because you figure around the heater, keep all that air warmer, pulling warmer air, you know, instead of sucking in ice cold air and blowing it out the top and basically not getting warm. But now we've been in here yapping for a while and it really hasn't dropped temperature and that hasn't turned on. So I'm still cleaning up over here. I know everybody's like, what the hell is going on with this Cutlass? I just bought some steel, some 3/16 plate. I'm looking around to see what the hell is it. I got 2 3-foot pieces of 3/16. What did I do with it? Anyways, I got tubing right there. That's his for that car. Now it's got me thinking what the hell I did with that steel. Oh, there it is. 2 pieces of 3/16 by 3 inch by 3 foot. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this frame notch off and I'll make it real thin. I'm gonna do it with the 3/16 strip. Probably use 1 full piece on both sides and then put some bars under it. So what I'm saying is I'm about to throw 2 stock wheels on the back of this, get it down off the jack stands, get it over here on the lift. I'll just push it out, back it on, level the car out on the lift, and put the ladder bar cross member setup that I make underneath there, put the side rails in it, start welding that frame back in there. I already have that frame completely squared up in the car. The back body bushings are there, the front body bushings are there. These bushings right here, I'm doing way more bracing. So like with this bracing inside here, we're not gonna use that one anymore. Or I might, I don't know. But I know this is pretty thin. It goes thicker down here. I know I need to be in more because that tire is so big. So, and like I said, they already cut it, blah, blah, blah. But this is the Oklahoma Cutlass. I got the back bumper sitting back there. I buried it, so I gotta get that out of there to get it set back on there. Because with the bumper back on the back too, and get it squared up, and it bolted on, it'll hold the frame rails better. So getting it over here on the lift, leveling out the car, leveling out that, bolting the back bumper back on it will help strengthen that, I'll run another brace behind the frame tails to brace it, get the bracing done underneath, finish welding the frame. I'll cut, these are just stilts just to hold the rear end down, but cut these out so the rear end can hang out of my way while I do that, or I'll take the rear end out of my way. I have the other 8.5 inch rear end for it right here. I never finished cutting, or well, excuse me, I never finished grinding this side. That side's all ground and ready to go, this side. So I'm gonna put this back on the bench and start fitting that. Axle length, I think I decided to go with 25 inches on the axles. That would be 51 inches. It's a 7-inch lip, but it's got by 11, so it's 12 overall. So it's got the bigger back barrel on the rim, bigger tire. So normally you would go down to like a 25 length axle per side for an 8-inch lip wheel, 3-piece wheel on a Gbody. I think I hear this guy with his damn tractor. Anyways, 25 inches per axle. Then with the center pin and this and that, whatever, come out to 51 inches. 7-inch lip, 8-inch lip. The wheel is basically got the bigger back on it, so it would be 7-inch lip. So 51 inches, and because the tire's fat, it should set it exactly where I want, but I'm gonna double check all those measurements once I get the car over here on the lift. Get all that figured out. The car's really dirty. The type of work gets very dirty. Cutting, grinding, sanding, painting, whatever. But I need to get this car done, and then I can get my Chevy in here, or I can get that frame that I have, that Gbody frame that I want to do a raffle. It's a very clean Gbody frame. Get it in here, get it all braced up, get it powder coated and stuff like that. See if I can't get anybody that wants to go in with me on that to raffle it. Sponsor, I don't know. Oh, got the front narrowed sway bar, big rim sway bar, brand new in the box for this. Sway bar links and the Pro 4 steering components are in that box right there for the front of this car. So I can get all that old shit off there, get that on there. That'll help. I need to twist the front of this car up a little bit more and set the alignment. So that's another thing I can get done on this. So yeah, but the shop is looking way cleaner. Oh, I still got some more shit to do over here. Finish cleaning out this table. Way cleaner than what it was, and of course, clean that off. Try to keep it clean and organized, but the dirt, you know, the dirt and stuff's gonna happen. Like, look at all this. This is all from cutting those brackets and stuff. So now, Alex Trick Chassis just sends me the pieces already to weld on. So now I don't have to do this no more. So a lot of this will probably just end up scrap because it's the same pieces over and over and over. Some of those bigger stuff, obviously I'll keep. But that shit gets built up, gets thrown everywhere. The extra part of tubing, you know, might as well keep the longer stuff, and there's some shorter stuff in there. And those are the dies for that bender, which I've only ever used the dies that are in there, and it works fine for everything that I do. None of these cars are race cars to go get certified, and then if they needed to get, I mean, to be certified, you know, the cars are fast, but they're not that fast, and the classes that we have for the big rim racing and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So yeah. I have the tubs for this. I just gotta fab them up, but I gotta get the frame mounts done first, get all that bracing welded in, get that squared off in there, how the body is to there, take some measurements, make the tubs, get the tubs up in there. Yeah, and then yeah, get that rear end out from under there, get the other one fabbed up. I got the super drops for that rear end. I got the bottom brace for that rear end. I got the anti-roll just sitting on the roof of the car because it was holding this leather down, and this leather has been protecting. I moved it out of the way to look for some shit, but protecting the T-tops and the windows, so the windows don't get burnt from weld slag and sparks flying. So the windows are still clean. But yeah, I gotta get something done on this car. But yeah. Alright, y'all. I really don't have anything else to say about what the hell I'm doing, except for cleaning, organizing. One-man show. My son helps a little bit. Oh, I got 12 bolts set up in this box. Full 12 bolt setup, gear. I made a mess with that spray foam. That shit stuck to everything but what it needed to stick to. Nah, it's all right. So 12 bolt ring and pinion bearing kit right here, because I have a 12 bolt for a customer. It's right there. So I got to get that dug out, or drug out, get it over here, tear it apart, throw all the guts away that are in it. I don't care if it's I don't know what gear's in it. I don't care. Scrap to me. Empty the housing out. That housing, I'm pretty sure we're going 25. I think that housing needs to be 51 inches because it's going under a G-body with an 8-inch lip billet. And the 8-inch lip billet is a 24x9. So 10 overall. So 8-inch lip. So 51, just like the white Malibu. The white and tan Malibu. It's got an 8-inch lip, 24. His is a 24 by 10, 11 overall with the 8-inch lip. So dude is already, I think he's already mini tub. It's a Grand Prix. But yeah, so that rear end I gotta build. This car I gotta get buttoned up. I got a Monte Carlo SS in the house garage, and I got a 4-door LS Brougham, 89 LS Brougham Chevy in there. Got some 26s going on the LS Brougham with just some basic suspension, some good shocks. We got to narrow the rear end because the back rims, fatter lip, a 7-inch lip. So I do have some things going on, but like I said, I want to get something done on this car. The sooner I get something done on this car, the more I can stay on it. If I stayed on this thing for a couple of days, what's that? It took 5 straight days at 6 hours a day. I'd have this thing almost ready to go. So that's what I got to do. But I have to figure out the actual length, because that's the last part that this car needs, is knowing the axle length so we can get the axles. To be able to, get the rear end totally buttoned up. We have the Wilwood brakes. They're in the car. 410 volt. It has Wilwoods on the front, 6-piston. Oh yeah. And this is the longer anti-roll. So this is the billet one, but it's longer from this distance. So this would be better for me underneath here. I'm probably gonna put a brace in front of the rear end, come off of there, go down, or I'll see how that cross brace is, and I can set the anti-roll up in there and see where it would land on the housing, on that housing. Well, yeah. And this is a 8.5 box Chevy rear end, 96 Impala SS rear end, whatever is that housing, whatever, it doesn't matter. But the ear location on the top, so the upper control arms need to be shorter, so I gotta run, or no, need to be longer. They might, I think the ones I have for it shorter, fine. But yeah, 26s, Cutlass Gbody. Somebody was saying the other day about 26s are the new 4s on Cutlasses and this and that, or on Gbodies. I don't know about all that. I mean, skinny, low profile tires. And the suspension set up right, yeah. Body work, obviously this car was cut in front, because when you put 26 on these cars, you have to cut right there. So if the car is like this car and it's going to get painted, then yeah, you could do whatever cuts, this and that, open it up, boom. The front fenders, even for 24s, have to get cut, so you gotta get cut for 26s. So you'd want to do all that and redo that area to make it look stock. The chrome will flex a little bit if you're putting chrome trims back on. So, yeah. The Monte Carlo that's in the house garage is 24s, 3-piece wheel. The back, I believe, is by 10s, 11 overall. And I think that was an 8-inch lip, or it might be a 7-inch lip, I forget. I think it's just a 7-inch lip. But that one, the 9-inch rear end was already fabbed up. So it's in there complete, not in the car. We had to carry it, and it's heavy. It's got the brakes on it, the pig's in it, everything's in it, the axles are in it. It's pretty heavy, so I had to put it on the wheel dolly to put it in the house garage. Then I had to take it off the wheel dolly. But I'll get that in here in a couple weeks. Dude's getting a couple more parts for it. But all right, y'all, let's see if I can't get this Oklahoma Cutlass off these stands, get it down, and have my kid help me move it over here so I can put some hours in on it. But today, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get it down at least. I'm gonna finish cleaning up all this. But all right, y'all, bedded up, Bankroll Town, Trick Chassis, Chicago, Illinois. I try, y'all. I'm not perfect. Obviously, look at the foam job. I'm not perfect. Never said I was perfect, but I do it all myself. Bet that. Got a car behind him, but
man, you better stay out that Malibu lane, man. You better find your own lane to go in. Hey, you heard what Tim said? That's a bad motherfucker, man. We are rolling.
Stock 305, 2-barrel, nice. Took it down the street, like 2,500 RPMs at 60. Ran out of gas, threw a little gas in. See if it doesn't sputter. First, second, third. Shifter's got the lightning rods in it. Button's a little sticky. It rides good as hell down the road. Sounds good as well. Put it in first. He's not getting in it that hard. Being cautious. Put it in second. Hey. Oh, a rock just hit the building. But you heard it start to come alive. Look at it.
So debating on whether should have put a it had 373 in it when I thought it had a 342. But the 430, between a 430 and a 410. I mean, power wise, I took a valve cover off because it was leaking, and it doesn't even have roller rockers on it. So this is a 383. Brake torque it a little bit. Cuddy. First, oh, it's a little small block. Some 24s. Not all these marks are from that car. Only a couple are from that car. And the donut marks in the driveway are not from that car. Oh, yeah. Fun, fun, fun. All right, y'all, there it is. As you can see, when you're not sitting in one spot, you're not destroying tires. You guys that sit there in one spot, that's what eats up tires. But when you're doing launches and whole stops like that, one more and that's it. All right, we'll get one more. Hold on. I noticed what y'all want to see right here. You want to see that? Look at them 26s on there. 7-inch lift. Looks like it's ready to take off, huh? Rocket ship. Oh, man. I'm out here putting work in on the tan one. And it's hot. Got the back windows open on the shop, but it's hot. You guys like that stance and style, don't you? Someone said, man, that offset ain't it. That ain't it. Well, no shit. All right, y'all. That, what the hell's that?